Well, I figured it was time for a new project. I got this bicycle off of Leaf. Hey, knock it off. Off of Leafster, and I didn't. I have extra hub motors, which I need to use up, and I really didn't want to have to buy a hub motor for it. I just want to use the parts I have, and so the plan, my plan anyway. I've seen it done before, so take the hub motor and I'm going to cut the flange off, grind it down, and then what we're going to do is take this old frame. I was going to save this frame, but it's got some dings in it, so I don't really think it's worth saving. Just going to have it repainted. But anyway, we're going to cut the back off of that, and we're going to hang the frame in underneath the front like that. So we have something to hang the motor in. Beans, you're driving me nuts. Get! And we should be able to hang the motor right underneath the crank. And then I'll just run the hub motor to the a freewheel crank. And then I'll be able to utilize the gears. So that's pretty much the plan. I mean, I have a hub motor. I have a controller, even have a throttle. I'm saving up for a decent battery. Something a little bit better than lipo, and safer anyway if I crash. But this bike here I got off of Leafster. It was in pretty rough shape. Probably the only part I haven't touched yet is the crank. It's a sealed crank and it's totally buggered. So I had to pick up a tool to get that out. But the rear cluster was totally, like, you couldn't even see the teeth. It was so full of grease. That was totally greased straight up. You couldn't even read the name on it. I basically soaked all the parts in Varsol for a couple of days. All the pivot points were totally seized up. I had a hell of a time trying to get these things apart. But they're all put back together and greased up. Same with the front derailleur. The front forks and everything are pretty good. There's a disc brake adapter for it. The hub's made for it, and you can see the standoffs on the forks. I have a couple of discs, but they're not the same. The holes don't line up, so I might have to take a trip to this when I pick up the tool. I'll see if they have a different type. So I have the brake caliper though. It's over here. It's nothing fancy. I could use my hydraulic one there. I just have to clean it up. But that's basically it. I had to grab some bits and jigsaw blades, and we'll start cutting away at the frame and the hub motor and cleaning it up. One of the pans for it. So that's the start.